Hello guys, welcome to Math Vantage. So in this lesson we are going to talk about inequalities. So we are going to solve these questions, all of them from 1 to 5, but then each question, like here you can see that it's question 1, it's going to have its own feed, right? So and then in this question 1, I'm going to solve letter A, C, E, and G. Okay, and then after G I can also solve J, right? So the other ones you can do them in your own, right guys? So let's start now. For the example 1, we are given 2x plus 7, which is greater than 3. And then we are asked to solve the following linear inequalities and indicate your solution as an interval on the number line. So how can we solve this question? It's going to be 2x is greater than 3 minus 7. We're going to take that 7 to the other side and then it's going to change the sign. Therefore it's 2x which is greater than negative 4. Therefore when we divide by 2 we're going to get negative 2. So when we represent it in the interval it's going to be, here we have negative infinity and then here we have positive infinity. The value that we have is negative 2, which is greater than, whereby our x is greater than 2. It means we're going to use a circle like this, which is not shaded inside because it's an open interval. If it was a closed interval, we're going to use a circle which is shaded like this, right guys? So then it has to go to the positive infinity side. Because of the sign says x is greater than negative 2, right? So when we write it, we're going to have negative 2 into positive infinity. That's it with the first question. The second question, which is 1 minus x is less than or equals to 2, right? It means we're going to have negative x. You can pause the video and try it. We're going to have negative x less than or equals to 2, less than or equals to 2, therefore minus 1. We took that one to the other side, therefore we're going to have negative x less than or equals to 1. Then we divide everything by negative 1. So always, guys, just know that whenever you divide by negative, the sign is going to change. So as you can see here, we have negative or equals to. Therefore now, because of we've divided by negative sign, it's going to be greater than or equals to negative 1. So always when you divide by negative, you have to also change the sign of those inequalities, right? Then when we represent it in the number line, we're going to have negative infinity always, positive infinity always. Then here it's negative 1. And then we're going to have our circle, but then it's not open because we have equals to. Can you guys see it? Because our sign says it's greater than or equals to, therefore we have to share it greater than negative 1. Therefore it has to go to this other side. Therefore our answer is going to be a closed interval which is negative 1 to positive infinity. That's it. Therefore now we come to example 3, which is E. Our E is 2x plus 1 is less than 5x minus 8. How can we solve this? We arrange the like terms and solve them. We're going to have 2x minus 5x negative 8 minus 1. That was going to give us negative 3x negative 9. So you can also see here we're going to divide by -3, so meaning the sign is going to change. Therefore, we're going to have -9 over -3, whereby our x is equals to 3. It's greater than 3. So when we represent it in the number line, here we write negative infinity, here we write positive infinity, always. Therefore, here we have what? 3. Then an open circle, whereby we know that it says our x is greater than 3, it means it has to go to this side. And you can also see by the sign. Can you guys see this sign? It shows that you need to go this side. Can you see it? And if it was x is less than 3, obviously we're going to go to this side. Can you also see how the number line assists you? And also this sign, it assists us, guys. So now, let's go to now. Okay, we are not done. Therefore, our answer is going to be an open interval 3 to positive infinity. Therefore, that's it. So now, number 4, it's g, which is -1 less than 2x minus 5 less than 7. So how do we call this? This you can call it, or you can name it like, is 2x minus 5 is greater than -1 but less than -7. So how can we solve this one? You just have to know that, let's say you're given a and q and b, right? You have to know that whenever you're given something like this, a is less than q, right, and u is less than b. Can you guys see it? So whenever you have this type of question, just use this format. Just use this format where a is less than u and u is less than b, right? So let me just erase some few things here so that we can be able to solve this question. Okay guys, so now let's continue. It means here we're going to have we're going to have -1, which is less than 2x minus 5, and we're going to have 2x minus 5 is less than 7. Can you see this format? So you need to know this thing, guys. So now we can solve it. And we can write it in this format. 2x minus 5 is greater than -1, right? And then we're going to have 2x is greater than -1 plus 5. Our 2x is greater than 4. Therefore, our x is greater than 2. Therefore, now we come to end. Right, we're going to have 2x is less than 7 plus 5. Therefore, 2x is less than 7 plus 5 is equals to 12, right? Therefore, now we're going to divide by 2. We're going to have 6. So meaning the values that we have, or the answers that we have, is what? It's x is greater than 2 and x is less than 6. So let's write it in the timeline. Going to have negative infinity, positive infinity, then we're going to have 2 here and 6, right? So we can see that it's greater than 2, so meaning it's an open interval and it has to go to this side. Can you guys see it? And then this one, it's less than, x is less than, it's also an open interval. Can you guys see it? X is less than 6 and it has to go to the negative side because of this sign. Can you guys see it? So you can see that they meet. So it means that we have 2 and 6 as our answer. This is how we write it. And then we are done. So now let's come to J, the last example, which is 4x is less than 2x plus 1 is less than or equals to 3x plus 2. You can pause the video and try it. Remember, we named this formula as, or this function as, is 2x plus 1 is greater than 4x but less than or equals to 3x plus 2. So we are going to have 4x is less than 2x plus 1 and 2x plus 1 is less than or equals to 3x plus 2, right? And now we solve for x. It's going to give us 2x to 1, therefore x is going to give us 1 over 2. Can you guys see it? Therefore here it's going to be give us 2x. When it comes to this side, it's going to get negative x. It's less than or equals to, therefore when we take 1 to that other side, it's going to give us 1. Because it's 2 and then here it's 1, then when we take it to that other side, it's going to be 2 minus 1. Therefore, because of we have negative here, we're going to divide by negative, and we know that whenever we divide by negative, the sign has to change. Going to have these values. So let me just erase some few things here so that we can be able to get done with the answer. Okay guys, so now let's continue. When we draw the interval, going to have negative infinity, positive infinity, then we're going to have negative 1 here, and then 1 over 2 here, right? So now we are going to check. This is what we are going to have, right? Wait, let me check. Negative 1 here, and then, okay, yes, this is what we are going to have here. So now we can see that our x is less than 1 over 2, right? And then it's an open interval. Remember there's h here. And then it's an open interval, meaning it has to go to 1 over 2. So our x is less than 1 over 2. It means it has to go to the negative side, right? What about our negative 1? Our negative 1 is greater than or equals to, so it means we need to shape the circle, and then it has to go to the positive side because we can see that it's greater than, so it has to go to the positive side. So you can see they are going to meet. It means we're going to have negative 1 and 1 over 2. But then here it's a what? It's a closed interval. This is how we are going to write it. So that's it for the today's lesson about solving the following linear equations for question 1. So in the second video, we're going to do to solve the questions for example 2 and then up to the fifth one. Thank you. If you find this video useful, kindly like and subscribe. Thank you guys.